hi, it's Liz here, and today I thought I would add a few more bits to the Mass Make shoebox. Yeah, it's filling up really nicely, so happy with it. And we put one of the pieces into this journal, oops, and that's what we made last week, the paper piecing. And this is filling up nicely too with some of the bits. And yeah, so we shall add one of these to the book and put the rest in the box. So it's time to use up some more of the Simple Stories Project Life type journaling cards. You'll be pleased to know that my bundle is going down. I've noticeably less than I had when the box was full. And I've got this sticker book that I thought I would use. I've had this for a while, so I think we'll use up some of these stickers. They are those kind of washy type stickers that have got a transparent background. So yeah, so this is what we're making. I've already had a bit of a play and made 3. It's a Project Life card with a second Project Life card to make a pocket, and then they used the little leftover piece to make a little mini journaling card. How cute is that? I was going to put a little eyelet and some twine and make it a tag, but I thought they were just quite cute, just the way they were, just popping into that little pocket. So there's that one, and then one with a side pocket and one with a side pocket on the other side. And then I've got some of these word stickers. These were Tim Holtz ones, I think. So some of these left to use up, and I just thought I would pop one on each card. So super, super easy. You probably don't need me to show you how to make these, but that's what we're going to do anyway. Right, we'll just put those ones to the side. I've got my circle punch to make the little half circle thumb piece. What would that be called? I can't think what that would be called. Anyway, I've got 3 lots of matching journaling cards, and yeah, so we'll see how we go. So the first thing to do is just to decide where you want to cut off for your pocket, and we'll do it maybe just above this space. I've got the cutter here. Let me just push that back. Right, so we'll just kind of roughly guess, and then that's the piece we will use to make our little mini tag. So we've got that there. So the next thing I would do is decorate with the stickers, because I don't want to put my half circle there yet in case I decide to put a sticker there, and then I wouldn't be able to stick it, if you know what I mean. Right, so this is the fun part. Probably could take a while picking out. Let me just move these ones that I'm not using. Put that over there, because that's what we're going to decorate. In fact, let's just make a little tag. Now, if I cut that, I'm going to have one round corner. I could always get my corner rounder out, but I don't know if my corner rounder is the same size as that rounded corner. So what I'm going to do is just cut off those rounded corners like that. Now that might just be a wee bit too big. Let's just pretend that that pocket's stuck down. Well, it's actually not too bad. We'll leave it that size for now and see how we get on with the stickers. Right. Okay, let's choose. There's a nice mix of things. Wonder if we should go the pink. I love those clocks, and there's some Christmassy ones. Maybe let's do these roses, because that looks like little tiny flowers. Right, so we want to decorate. What I've been doing to just kind of make it easy and keep them all very similar in a set is using 2 stickers for the main piece and then a tiny matching one on the little tag. So 2 stickers and a little matching one, and 2 stickers, there's one there, one there, and then a little one for the little tag. So I think that's what I'll continue doing because it's easy to stick with a plan. So what we need to figure out is which one will fit on here, and then which one will we put as a second one, and then a little one, although this tag is a bit bigger. So I think what we'll do is we'll pick out this for here, that long one, and put it long ways there, and then just find another one for there. Now, these can be a little bit tricky. I know that there's various, oh, well, that one worked okay. Beginner's luck for the video. I know there's lots of tricks you can do for these kind of stickers that are hard to get off the backing. You could use like some sellotape, or I've seen people do that, but I just kind of like to bend and use my nail and hope for the best. Use my nail, keep my fingers crossed. Well, I can't keep my fingers crossed because they're busy. Keep my toes crossed. Just put that up there. And already that's looking really nice. So, and one for here. Well, I think we'll keep this size. And we'll just, that'll let us use a slightly bigger one because we don't have a small one on this page. Now, I think my luck's going to run out here, so we'll give up on that bit and try this one. This other, there we go. Sometimes if you can't get the bit up that you want up, just move to another part of the sticker. Now I want it so that I can see it. So maybe up towards this corner. We'll put it that way round. Or will we? See, this is another big decision. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so now we can put our notch. That's the word. Notch. So we'll use this circle punch for a nice wide notch. Just find the middle. So that's 10 centimetres. So we'll go for 5 centimetres. And then we'll have this upside down. Find where we put our little, there we are, our little pencil mark. Then we will just put the tiniest little bit of glue on the bottom there to hold it in place while we take it to the sewing machine. But I will do all the stitching at the end. I sewed around the edges. It does make a difference, I think, but if you don't have the sewing machine, then that stitch, yes it does, because it's against the white you can hardly see it, then just maybe a pen, just do some dotted lines. Okay, so let's think about, or will we just add, I think what we'll do is we'll add all the words at the end, so that's good to go to the sewing machine. So this next one, let's think how we want this one. Do we want that to be the base and that to be the bottom, or that to be, so basically that way round or that way round. I'm going to make these, all these bottom pockets. That's a big decision, isn't it? Do you know, I think it's nice both ways. It's nice that way and it's nice that way. I think I'll make this the pocket. And we'll have the pink and the black. So no measuring, just kind of pocket sized. So that will go there, and then we'll make a pocket, not a pocket, a little tag. Do we want the flower on the tag to match, or do we want, I could have that piece just plain, or I could have the flower. I think I want the plain. Let's try for the plain anyway, and we can always switch it over. That's a bit narrow. I'm not sure if I like the stripes and the stripes and the stripes everywhere. I think we'll go with that. That's quite nice with just the plain. It's a little bit too tiny maybe. I think we'll go with that. Decision made. Right, so let's see, let's pick out, I like the clocks. Now I know there's purple ones, I haven't used the purple. Is it just the one sheet of purple? Yep. Right, so something for the bottom, something for up here. Might actually stick the sticker over that one. Not sure I like that. Were you out? There you are. There you are. You can see now what I'm pointing to. So we could put, there's a little one here, but I'm not sure that I like the colour purple written underneath it. So I think we'll use the next smallest one would be this one, and then that one there, and then this one here. Yes, that fits on. Okay, so here we go. The luck of the stickers seems to be with us today, more or less. That's pretty. Right, so that one there. One up here, maybe this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to cover that. And then this one. And it's going to go in here at a jointy angle. Oh, is it too long? Maybe just trim a little bit off, or will we do it? I should have measured that first. I think we'll do it up and down there. Yeah, a little bit peeking through there. Okay, so measure this. Oh, and of course it's 10 again because they're all the same size. And see now, the punch doesn't punch through the stickers, but we can just, it's just a tiny wee leaf. We can just tuck it under. That's fine. A little bit of glue along the bottom. And then we can stitch around those. So that's that one and that one. These are, I have to say, these are nicer than I had in my head. Right, okay, so I've got two kind of mismatched ones. I'm going to put, I don't want this big flower on my pocket, but I'm not sure that it will leave me enough for my little mini tag, so I'm making the pocket just a tiny bit smaller, and plus that means I get that little rose in, which is a nicer rose than that. And now to get the biggest piece, it's going to be kind of skinny. Yep. Now I've got leftover pieces from when I made those ones off camera. So I think I've got that and that left over. I think what I'll do, that's quite plain, but it's quite nice because it's the same colour. I think maybe I'll use this piece. That's quite nice. And it can just sit in like that. And then we've got those two little pieces for another day and that. Okay, so we want to decorate this, this and this. Now, what have we not had? We've got mushrooms, roses, purple roses, coffee, and roses. So we've got kind of 2 lots of them. Purple roses, mushrooms. Let's see, maybe we could put the clocks on this one. That's a little bit of random nonsense. That's the mushrooms. Oh, here's kind of bottles and things. I think that might be too tall for there. These are too tall. Maybe had enough of the roses. Now, I wonder if we could just have leaves and then a long one. That's kind of Christmassy. Now here's the clocks, but I think the clocks are going to be too big for this. Yeah. That's Christmassy. Well, autumn maybe. What's this? Tea and breakfast. Now, I wonder about these pieces. These look like kind of part pieces, as if they've been torn. Butterflies. Right, we're running out now. Maybe we're just going to have to repeat the roses. These 3 kind of faux, they're like a wax melts. And then maybe this down here, and maybe that there. Or we could bend that one over, because we're not losing much of it. Right, okay. Or we could have the 3 wax melts there in a row. I think we'll go for, these are actually different. These are paper rather than the plastic. Now, my problem here is there's a rounded corner, but we will just go edge to edge still. And I'll just turn that bit over, and then I will just trim the rounded there. There we are. It doesn't really match this rose, but if I put something else there, that would match better. So we'll put this one up the top there. This one's got like a torn edge, so we don't need to worry about it being right on the edge there. Right, we need something for our tag. We could put one of the wax melts on the tag, and I'm thinking maybe this butterfly piece. I'm breaking my own rules here and putting an extra bit on here. Will that cover that? No. Put it back in. Well, we're just going to have to go with that rose not matching. doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be matchy. We could just put the inside, the little tag over it. Right, so something for the tag. I think we'll use one of the, just put that up there. Yeah, it's not my favourite. I thought I would like those broken clocks better. But anyway, it will still fill a space somewhere at some point in the future. How are we doing? We're not at half an hour yet. Right, a little bit of glue, and then I can go and do a little bit of sewing. Just to hold it in place for the machine, and yeah, and that can kind of sit there and kind of cover that unwanted rows. Yeah, it actually looks all right now that I see it. Right, where are the ones that I have to sew? There we are, hidden underneath. And then once we've sewn, we can add our words as a finishing touch. Okay, back from the sewing machine. Took a little minute longer than usual because this happened. One empty bobbin, sewn away, gaily sewn away, and there was no thread. So anyway, a new one's in now. Okay, so we have added words to those ones, so let's add some words to these ones. And there's not many of my favourite words left, but I was thinking maybe we will do start somewhere, because that's quite a good one, and I think maybe that suits the clocks for some reason. I think we'll just put it directly in this middle label bit. Yeah, so we'll start somewhere, and then we've got make today count's quite a good one. Let's do, because I've got a bigger space here, so I can use one of the longer ones for make today count. Yeah, and this one now. We've got to start somewhere already. What about remember this? Well, there's focus on the good. I think we'll do remember this because it's got roses on it and they're kind of vintagey and remembrance. Now we've got a couple of choices here. Do we put it over the roses there or over the roses here? Alice in Wonderland popped in. I think I'll put it down here. Alice in Wonderland popped into my head there. Talking about roses. Roses, painting the roses red. Painting the roses red. Okay, so we've got 6. 1, 2, yep, 6. So we can put 1 in the book. And I think what I'll do with these is I'll clip it in rather than stick it in, because they've got space on the back that we can use. I think might be an idea. Now, I was working a wee bit from the back. There's a nice space here. Yeah, because we clipped in one of the tags. I'm thinking maybe, where was that one? Oh, and that's one of the fabric brads. Here. Let's see. If we just clipped it in. What about the black and white? Because we've got a black and white tab and there's black stitching there. Or we could put it on this side. That's nice over there. Right, let's find a paper clip. I'll move all these out of the way. Find a nice paper clip. Now there's a black one. It's always a bit of a puzzle to get them loose from their entanglement. So there's a black one. I'm sure I've got little white ones. There's a white one. Purple. Now have we got purple? Here's purple, but it's a hand. There's a wee black and white stripy one. I don't have any plain purple ones. That purple there is a hand, and I don't want that. Have you seen these wee hangers? I've had these for years. I don't know where they came from, but they're very cute. They're little clips, but they're little hangers. Right, let's choose from these three. What's on the other side? Just one of the puzzle. So we want to clip it in. See, these two might be too big for the other side. So I'm just going to use the little one and put the little side on the other page. So that will clip in like that, and then that's fine because that's not too bold for that little tuck spot there, whereas those two would be, I think. And that's nice and that matches. Right, they'll do another day. Okay, so that's us. These are for the box. I think my favourite one, I do like, is this one, I think. I like the coffee one. Oh, and I like that one. Who knew it would be the roses? I was thinking it would be the clocks or the mushrooms or the coffee with the little radio. I do like that one. But I like these ones too. Oh, I like them all. I like them all. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.